Welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I'm working on Christmas in February. This is a monthly hop that is posted each 25th of every single month. And of course, we're supposed to be using Christmas photos and product. So I have sitting here some Vicki Boutin from my mixed stash of her warm wishes and evergreen and holly, I believe. And some photos of my son-in-law. This was the first Christmas that he spent with us. There's actually 5 photos, but I think these are the 3 I'm going to try to use. Seems like it was so long ago. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but it seems like forever ago anyway. So I am going to pause. We're going to get started and see what I do with this little bit of a mess that I have going here. I'm going to pause. I'll be right back. All right, so this is going to be a pretty fast layout. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this smaller of these star-shaped scraps down first, and then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to cut off one of those 4x6 cards, and then I'm going to put the other one down on the bottom with the other scrap. And this is going to build the bottom half of my layout. Now this is also a scrap, and this is what is left of the collection. I might have some more 6x8 papers left after I finish this layout, but I'm not sure that I have any full sheets. We'll see. But I do have some more scraps, one of which is a full sheet of 6x8. Now, I was going to use 3 photos. I decided not to line them up across the layout, so instead I'm just going to put I'm going to mat the photos, and then I'm going to put the photos right there on the layout, just kind of, I don't know, crooked. You know, I like to make them tilted. One of them will be relatively straight. The other one is going to kind of kick to the left-hand side of this layout. So I went ahead and I used this scrap. I had cut some hearts with it previously. And so I covered up where I cut the hearts and then used it as a mat. And then I have some fairly large strips of both sheets of the yellow. One is a yellow pattern. This one is more just kind of looks like a watery, like a watercolor background. So this is, like I said, my son-in-law, Dre. And this is the first Christmas that we spent with him. And he got a stocking from us, and what we like to do with our stockings is we like to fill them with stuff that is useful. And because we didn't know him very well, he had only married our daughter the previous September, and so we didn't know him very well, so we just kind of got things that we thought he would like, and he seemed to like what we got. It turns out he doesn't like sweets. He'll eat a few sweets, but he doesn't really care for sweets. So I think my daughter actually got the Kinder Egg that we had shipped in from out of the country, because the kind that my kids grew up eating when we lived in Germany are not actually allowed to be sold here in the United States because they have toys in them that aren't suitable for children under the age of 3. Kind of wish they would change that and parents would just, not give them to their kids. But anyway, so, and no, they're not the same as the Kinder Eggs that you can buy at the store during Easter time. These are different. My kids assure me they taste completely different. So I am going to be using all 3 of these labels, but all you see me during this process video is putting down 2, but in the end I end up cutting up the other one. It looks like it's a dark black or a dark gray, but it's actually navy blue. I'm going to use it anyway, even though that color is not technically on this layout at all, but I'm going to use it anyway. Ran out of room with just the 2 journaling labels for the journaling that I put. So now I'm just going to kind of play around and try to decide which of these pieces of ephemera I'm going to actually use. My goal was to use up some of these larger pieces, specifically the poinsettias. I really, really like poinsettias, but these are huge, and I've had a little bit of trouble getting them used on the layouts that I have made with this collection. So I feel like it works really well like this. Add some holly and berry. I really wanted to use that wreath. It's not going to get used, neither is the window or the bells or the large stockings. I end up putting these two smaller ones here, and they are not Vicki Boutin. They are actually Hip Kit, but I am just kind of trying to use up as much of this stuff as I possibly can. So I have these puffy stickers, and I'm going to put Grateful for You on the bottom poinsettia, and that's about all I'm going to use from those. I'm going to add in some stars from the little star sticker sheet that you see there towards the right. I'm going to add 3 of those up there by my title, and that's going to be just about it for this layout. And so I get those on here. I usually would stick them up on adhesive, but I don't this time. Okay, I got this layout completely finished. This is a super quick layout, and I'm really proud that I was able to use up a few scraps and some embellishments from this mishmash of collections that I have here. I did add foam adhesive. These 2 pieces are actually from Hip Kit. I have just a little tiny plastic case full of ephemera from their Christmas kits. I actually have been skipping every one of their Christmas kits for I think the last 3 years. So I had 2 from 2020, 20, and 2021, but all of the next ones I just skipped, 22, 23, and 24. I just skipped them. Not because they aren't awesome, but because I just didn't need any more Christmas stuff, and I was trying to use up what I had left of their kits, including paper. I'm out of their paper. All I have left are the ephemera bits. I also added another label. These labels are from Pretty Little Studio, and underneath my journaling, I added one of these little flags so that I could add the date down here. Other than that, everything else you saw me do on camera, so this is it. I hope that you enjoyed this video and watching me put together a fast Christmas layout using scraps and leftover embellishments. If you did, I would love if you'd click that like button. If you're new here, I would absolutely love to have you as a subscriber, so click that as well. If you don't mind, I would love for you to click down in my description box. There's a playlist for the Christmas for the whole year. And so you'll get January and February's videos, and you'll be able to watch all of those. I have some creative friends, so you're going to be amazed and inspired to work on your own Christmas albums. I love this hop because Christmas is really hard for me to scrapbook because I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over, and it gets monotonous. And I always take 10 million photos. I've gotten better with that over the years, and in fact, I think for 2024, I might have taken 15 photos Christmas Day versus, 300. So I've gotten better, and I've also gotten better about not printing every single photo that I've taken. These photos here I had already had printed a long time ago. Otherwise, I probably would have used more of the photos from this series than just 2. Probably would have used 4 and then just maybe made a grid with 3x4s or something, but I didn't want to reprint them because I've already paid to have these printed. They're great photos and they're enough to tell the story. So I want to thank you again for being here. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.